Is the Bitcoin trend potentially turning bearish right here, right now? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. Bitcoin has been trading inside this equilibrium for roughly 2 months' time. And my friends, I believe right now we are seeing new developments inside the chart suggesting that the potential explosive breakout may be ready to occur here at any given moment. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell. And let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin, and we will use the line chart for right now. So clearly, my friends, Bitcoin is still trading within this parallel channel, still inside the equilibrium, but we're beginning to see things here that are telling some potential signs of where the momentum of this trend could be going. Now, let's first pay attention to the alligator here, and that is the blue, red, and green lines we see here on the chart. Think of it as a momentum indicator similar to a moving average, all right? Basically, when we're seeing the trend move upwards aggressively, we like to see these bands with the green above both the blue and the red, and the bands widening further and further apart from each other to symbolize the strength of the trend. Same on the downside, okay? Right now, since this equilibrium started, you could see that the momentum has begun to dry up, right? And these bands are essentially moving sideways now. But what we're looking for in terms of when a trend is potentially changing from an uptrend into a downtrend, what we're looking for is to see the green line cross below both the red and the blue. And my friends, with the candle body close here of yesterday's one-day time frame, we have now officially seen this green line close below both the red and the blue for the first time here since all the way back up here before the absolute global uncertainty debacle, which crashed Bitcoin into the abyss. Okay, this is the first time that we've seen that. And this is after a nearly 2-month-long equilibrium. A little bit startling. That is warning sign number one. And briefly, just in case you missed last stream, I was pointing it out here with this fractal, that we have seen it occur many times here in this very specific market cycle we're in now. The yellow lines here, or excuse me, the yellow circles here are all the times that we've seen this go to a big top, a big swing high, followed by a cross of the green below both the blue and the red on the alligator, which have led to sell-offs. And we saw it once, twice, thrice, and 4 times here. Is it possible that we're going to see it again? I think it's certainly a possibility. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but for the first time, my friends, we are seeing that right there, right now. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video if you see that. Thank you. Now, also here, we could stay right on this chart. Another interesting development here is this formation that we're in now on the one-day line chart. This could be a possible bear flag setup in and of itself. Okay, we have seen a possible flag pull down, sideways consolidation with resistance, and we could be ready to possibly break lower out of a micro bear flag formation. If we go back to our original chart here, adding some further sentiment, is this purple box of local resistance. Now, if we actually go back to the candlestick chart briefly, I want to go on the 4-hour just to put it under a microscope just a bit more. We'll take the alligator off for now. You could see that this purple box has acted as an area of confluence, support and resistance flips all throughout the trend. And right now, Bitcoin has struggled to get through this region upon backtest ever since we plunged through it, right? You could see resistance got dumped and rejected. We tried again, we've dumped and got rejected once more. if this is going to hold here as a local resistance, I think that we are beginning to see warning signs here that even if Bitcoin gets supported after a further dump, say we hypothetically dump again, even if we hold the bottom of this support trend line here of the parallel channel, it's possible that if this holds as resistance, that this channel could be ready to break. Again, that's not saying that we have to dump. It's just saying that, hey, if we take a look here, we're struggling at this region right now, and there's just not much room left here until all of the major trend lines are potentially broken, right? Let's get this crypto. Mix that into the pot with the alligator turning over. And here, if you look on the 4-hour alligator as well, my friends, we did have the green through the red and the blue right now on the 4-hour as well. And if we zoom in even closer here, you guys can see that those bands are beginning to widen as well, showing some potential further momentum building to the downside. Let's get this crypto. And an example of this would have been right here last time, right? Where we see that cross and then the bands widening, and that actually from that cross, my friends, if we just take the price range tool and we drag it down, that led to an ultimate bottom of an 8% dump, just to put it on your radar so that you can see what's possibly going on with that indicator right there. Let's get this crypto. Now also, since we're on the topic of fractals here, let's go over to this other fractal that I pointed out on the stream last time. Go to the daily, we'll go to the line chart, we will go to the logarithmic scale. I just wanted to point out as well, my friends, that we could see here, ever since our low down in the $3,000 range, on that first parabolic run up, we had a series here of support points, right? 1, 2, 3, before then breaking it, back testing, getting rejected, and seeing a dump. Same thing on the next major swing. 3 points of touch, then a break of the line, a back test, and a dump. Right now we have touch point 1, 2, 3, and we have essentially broken that right here. Right now, we have not yet had what appears to be a back test and a rejection, but just keep it on your radar that that trend line is broken, and we have seen, some very bearish action occur the last 2 times that that specific fractal played out. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but keep it on your radar that that fractal has also played out there as well. Okay, something else I want to look at. Let's go to the BLX chart here. Okay, my friends, we're going to go to the weekly time frame. We're going to put our candlestick chart on, and I want to go to the Heiken Ashi candles. All right, so what I want you guys to notice here is that right now we are in a setup here where we've seen a green doji on the weekly, followed by possibly a red this week, right? There are several days left in the week, so this could change if we see a movement to the upside. But as it stands right now, we have a green doji of last week, followed by a possible red candle here, okay? Let's take a look for more fractals, okay? Green doji here, followed by a red weekly next close, debacle into the crypto abyss, okay? Let's see this one over here. Green doji, followed by a red candle, debacle into the crypto abyss. Let's just keep rolling back in time to see more of these, all right? Even back here inside the very bearish environment down here. Green doji, followed by a red candle, debacle into the crypto abyss. Up here, my friends, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss. Green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss. Right now, my friends, and up here too, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss. So if we move all the way back into current time, green doji, red candle, will we potentially see another debacle into the crypto abyss? Only time will tell. I'm just putting it on your radar there as well, okay? Now, by this point, many are probably, oh, Kirby, you're saying that, oh, this looks bearish. Yes, little James. For me, the trend does look like it has some weakness going on right now. And I am short. Shout out to my VIPs. I did open a short position last night. I posted for my VIPs. So my friends, I am short right now. What I'm looking for here is for this to potentially break down. I'm in a very high reward, low risk trade setup. I have my stop loss placed above this purple box of resistance here. So if the trend gets away from me, which would negate my potential bearish thesis here, right? If we move above what I perceive to be the bearish zone, I will exit my trade for a small loss. And if this does happen to see a decline into the abyss, well, I mean, the reward will be absolutely huge, in relationship to what I'm potentially going to lose if the trade goes against me, right? Let's get this crypto. So yes, I am in a short position right now. I have been avoiding positions, my friends, really in all of this chop. I just haven't seen much here that's really shown anything to give me a technical edge on the market. So times have been a little odd here. For the Bitcoin chart trading in an equilibrium. But if we want to add some more sentiment in here, right? If we go from weekly chart again here, if we go from this high over to this high, we could see that price action has been descending, right? And we saw over here, my friends, that we did have a potential, here on this MACD histogram, we did have a bearish divergence hidden, right? Higher highs on the MACD histogram, lower highs on the weekly price action for a hidden bearish divergence over here as well, just in the equilibrium cluster here now, right? We saw that we had ascending highs there with descending highs here for a classic bearish divergence on the weekly inside this equilibrium, mixed together with what I showed you, the alligator there on the 1 day has crossed. We'll flip that up again just to show you that has crossed. We are below the micro purple box of resistance. All of this for me, my friends, is just pointing out the fact that, hey, for me, the technical indicators certainly look more bearish than bullish here, in my opinion. That does not mean that the technicals can be defined, or can be defied, right, and be broken through to the upside. It certainly could. And then all the trolls, get wrecked, Kirby, you see. I mean, what do you mean, do I see? Do I see that the technicals show me there's a larger probability for downside action at this point? In my opinion, that's what it looks like to me. If the trend moves up, well, all of that was negated, and I take a small loss on my position. For me, it's all about risk reward, right, my friends? On this trade here, for me, I have about a 1-to-6 risk reward ratio on my trade. So that means if I lose, I could lose 6 times. Well, 5, and then if I win the 6th one, I would still break even, right? Or at least, make a small profit. That's the whole thing with trading, is that you want to look for high reward, low risk trade setups, not things like 1-to-1. Even 1-to-2 can be quite risky. You have to give yourself these setups that seem very large in terms of the discrepancy between the possible loss and the possible reward. So for me, the potential reward for me with my personal trade setup that I shared with my VIPs, the reward is 6 times larger than the potential loss, right? So degenerates get caught up. Look, Kirby, you lost. My friends, if I lose this trade, you have to understand the reward for me is potentially 6 times larger than what the loss is. You understand? Let's get this crypto. And of course, I keep you guys updated around the clock in VIP with all of my trade setups in real time. As I entered my short yesterday, I kept my VIPs updated with that. Of course, they see where my stop loss is, where I'm looking to potentially take profit if the trend does roll in my direction, etc. So if you want to see all that, then I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Now, my friends, something else to consider here. We've been talking about fractals. I think I just painted as clear of a picture for you as I can with the changing technical perspective right here with the resistance, the alligator, the everything, the fractals. Something else to keep in mind, though, here, my friends, is the equities market. Okay, we've seen, this week, the equities have really had a ton of volatility. Let's get the alligator off of here for now. Just this week alone, or rather, let's just chalk it up to this action here. We saw a huge parabolic move up, followed by a big blow off top, action back up, and now selling again. The thing here is that Bitcoin, for this macro move, has been very closely correlated with the equities markets. And for me here, it's still quite possible that the correlation between the two is going to remain strong. Of course, it does not have to be. But if we do see a continued sell-off here in the equities market, right? We closed today down about 1.48% here, okay? And this is coming off of a back test, a potential failed rally here, a bullish reaction rally after a massive sell-off. If this sell-off continues into next week, okay, I think it's going to be very difficult for Bitcoin to perform well, being that we've seen Bitcoin rocket to the upside while the equities have rocketed to the upside. If we continue to see a sell-off here, it would not surprise me to see some additional sell pressure potentially be added to the Bitcoin price. So keep your eye on that. Another thing in concern with the equities, my friends, right now we are seeing a ton of new traders going crazy over penny stocks and bankrupt companies, things of that nature, first-time traders. And for me, it's reminding me a lot of the altcoin bubble back in 2017 and 2018, where you had people quitting their jobs, people saying, I'm just going to buy all these altcoins, I'm going to be rich, right? And what happens is that you get these big explosive moves up, followed by heinous drops down, just destroying everybody until they essentially get wiped out. And right now, in my opinion, we are seeing a crazy amount of speculative mania in the penny stock space, and that certainly, is showing here inside the equities charts here. It just feels like everybody is on a euphoric ride right now, and euphoric rides generally wind up running out of steam sooner rather than later. And I think if we are going to get a large sell-off here that begins to spook a bunch of new traders that are quote unquote trading in the market, they're essentially just gambling on hype right now, and they don't even realize yet, right? Just think about it. If you were somebody that FOMO'd into altcoins in late 2017 or early 2018, you know what I'm talking about, right? And these people, they're riding high right now. And if we do see a large sell-off here, the sell pressure that could come in from a massive amount of people selling, it could trickle over into the Bitcoin space, is all I'm saying. It does not have to occur. I'm just trying to give you everything that's on my mind personally, for you to just, formulate your own opinions on, okay? But basically, in a nutshell, I'm seeing that this does potentially look way more bearish to me here than it does bullish. Doesn't mean that it can't go bullish. Bitcoin, it pulls out the rabbit out of the hat sometimes, right? And we could just have a rocket ship up. I just don't see anything from a technical perspective showing me that that's what's more likely to occur or has a higher probability to occur than I do for something to the downside, right? Each day that goes by, I'm going to continue to monitor this. Right now, you need to have a plan, right? If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. Obviously, Don Carbonaccio does not plan to fail. Don Carbonaccio plans to succeed. And I keep you guys updated around the clock in 24/7 in VIP with all of my trade setup ideas, all of my strategies, exactly where I'm looking to enter, exactly where I'm looking to exit, exactly where I'm looking to potentially take profit. I keep you updated with all of that around the clock in VIP. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not already in my VIP, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. Like I said, right now, my friends, I am short in a very potentially high reward, low risk trade setup. 1 to 6 I'm in right now. I'm keeping my eye here on if we do get a drop below this potential bearish distribution range. I'm eyeing some targets down below. We'll discuss further if that happens, but you guys see here, just very briefly, this green box here of old price action is certainly, my friends, an area of interest for me here. This falls right between the honey hole of Don Carbonaccio. We have the 0.618 down there, right around the low 6,000s. We have the 0.5 right there around 7,100. This area in particular, to me, my friends, very interesting. If we fall out of this equilibrium, I see a ton of support and resistance flips here. Mix that into the pot with the Fibonacci retracement level, which you can see clearly here. If we look briefly, look at where this last wick came down to, my friends. Look at that last wick. Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner. Tofu if you're vegan. The bots gobbled it all up right at the 0.236 fib. So only logically for me, the bots may target these fib levels moving forward. And if so, we have the honey hole right there in the middle of all of this historic confluence. And that, my friends, would indeed be a catastrophic decline right into that area. We're talking 25% plus at that point, 20 to 30% into that range. So I'm just keeping my eye on it, my friends. Like I said, it's a very unique range here. We're at the point of macro potential resistance. It's going to be an explosive move when it happens, in my opinion. If it goes up, well, we'll adapt to that environment at that time. But right now, for me, certainly, I'm seeing more potential bearishness here than bullishness, just from what I see in the chart. I can't really see it any other way. I hope that changes, but until now, I am going to look at this with a bearish bias here, as that is what the charts are showing me. We'll see if it plays out. But yeah, I'm going to be possibly adapting my strategy on the fly here, ladies and gentlemen. If this is going to lead to a potentially life-changing move, you best believe Don Carbonaccio is going to look to potentially catch the move to the best of my ability. And if you want to see exactly where I'll be looking to enter all of my trades, how I'll be adjusting my strategy, where I'll potentially be looking to enter, exit, potentially take profit, all of that, you get that information exclusively around the clock in real time, absolute real time from me in VIP. I said it before, but if you're not already in my VIP, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. My friends, on that note, if you did appreciate this video here, if you could leave a thumbs up for the algorithm, I so appreciate it, and I hope you appreciate me. If you haven't already, my friends, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. That will give you all of my notifications when I upload. This is one of the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channels you're ever going to find. In these crazy times that I believe are coming ahead, it's in your best interest, if you're interested in my analysis, to get the notifications right when I upload. So if you click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all, that will give you the notification exactly when the video becomes live. Okay, so I will see you in the next one, my friends, but most importantly, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. I'm expecting a large breakout very, very shortly here. We'll have to see how this plays out. Okay, so until next time, my friends, I'll see you in VIP right now. The Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.